$1.50 at Walmart. Okay, that's twice. So then, if that grocery store or if that convenience store bought the milk from Walmart and then sold it to you for that price, okay, that's perfect. You buy a bottle of milk for $1.50, you sell it for $3. That is fucking perfect. You're making your 100% profit. Problem is, they're not buying that milk from that Walmart. They're buying the milk from the place that Walmart buys their milk from. Walmart's able to sell that milk for $1.50 for a half gallon. You should sell that same milk for $1.50 for a half gallon, but it's more convenient, so I'm going to raise the price more. Okay, or it'd be more convenient if you didn't, and then you'd sell that milk, and maybe people will go to you, and then Walmart's more of a emergency, like, so when the convenience stores are no longer convenient, you go to Walmart. Okay, well then still, like, why don't you work at Walmart? I would work at Walmart. Kind of. This Walmart here won't restock their stuff that they sell out of because they expect the people to buy the stuff that they're not that they don't want. Like the stuff that they'll put stuff on clearance that they should have been selling for that money to begin with. Like, you can't sell your vegetables. You don't get to write that shit off for taxes. You have wasted food. That's your fuck up. Stop working what you're doing. You're not doing a good job. And I'm not doing that job because I wouldn't do a good job. You're welcome. And I'm not saying thank me because I didn't do anything to deserve thanking, but you are fucking welcome because I am a piece of shit. Like, I'm not responsible. When I do these work, like try to go to work and the jobs that aren't required for humans to be at, it's I'm more than willing to actually say what I disagree is required in those spots as I get to them. But I know that I will get to them with almost every job. It's because it's not the compartmentalizing of information. You're not teaching us to be plumbers, so that way you can make insurance pay. Like, you can make us pay insurance. We don't need to pay for that insurance, like homeowners insurance. That doesn't work if you can't remember. So the alleged mom would punish us if we couldn't remember who gave what gifts and stuff. So she never, like, I don't know, like, what exactly how that it was ever. It still hasn't been addressed. Like, the first theft that I've had, it was from my family. Like, they'd steal shit because they say, well, you need to donate because you're not playing with it. I will play with it when I get to it. I'm playing with this other thing, and I say intimately, I'm not fucking it. I was fucking pillows and blankets though, since before I could walk. But I even, like, this one blanket, I would chew on the end of it and I would stick it into the furnace in our house in Slayton. It was a smaller town in Texas. We were born in the big fucker in the middle, raised in that. Well, my first years in second, at the end of second grade, we left that small town and went to Brownfield. It's 45. Instead of 15 minutes from Lubbock, it's 45. But we didn't go to that, and that town's about the same as size, a little bit bigger, I think, but a little less, about the same people. Think of a little more. Anyways, they went to school, K through 12, 200 people. If you didn't play football, you didn't exist. If you didn't play, there wasn't a band. You had a drum. You had a bass drum. Choir, you didn't have choir. You learned to sing a song for, like, a choir concert thing. That's not choir. You're not learning. They got us through our first 18 years. Yeah. But it was very inefficient and very dishonest. And there's a lot of things, like, I don't know if eggs are good or bad for me. I know that they seem like the best thing to be or to eat because nothing has to die to give them. So long as you're keeping care of the chickens in a way that that their benefit, like, why not educate the chickens? Like, what's so wrong with having a chicken that can play checkers with you that you're also getting some fucking eggs from? How's that a bad thing? You're talking to a cow that you get your milk from, okay, so then the cow stops producing milk. You don't have to kill that cow yet. You still get to talk to the cow. Have its babies making the milk for you for a bit while you're having some conversations with the whole family. And then when the cows need, okay, so now I'm kind of ready to die. If you want to eat me, feel free. That's like that seems legit. Plants do not want you to be doing things the same way either. Like you harvest plants and you kill their parents right as you're harvesting. Like cotton, you do not have to kill cotton each year. It's a perennial. So you keep growing cotton, and then you start harvesting the cotton off the tops of the trees with your raised combine, and then the stuff under the trees is being grown with grow lights, and it can be grown. Like at that point, your next step would be to enclose the whole field, so you're growing cotton year round, and you're growing the stuff under it year round. Because the like a couple of days of winter, it does get cold, but for the most part, you just block the wind off, and you're gonna block a lot of that coldness. Uh, that gonna switch eyes. Um, I'll look at the left eye, and I notice that it's So when I first started doing this, the eye switching, I noticed that I get frustrated easier when I'm focusing through the right eye. I notice I'm more likely to be creative slightly, get things written right, like draw things out more when I'm using my left eye. So I've been using my left eye for the most part. Problem is when I go to like Abu was the last place I went to, and then there's a place in Texas where I went to where I go to get corrective lenses. They won't correct this one to perfect, like to the clear vision that I can get with this one. And it's not because they can't, it's they chose not to at the first place until I got them to do it. And then the Abbott place, I forgot to get the I forgot to be so adamant at Abba. Adamant. Shouldn't have had to be. I had like the guy said, well, the next guy will do it better. That was a fucking lie. He just for some reason that like they won't fix that eye to full vision. I want to go get it checked again and see if they continue with that error. Maybe there's just some they don't like the setting. Like, I don't know what specifically is the problem with it, and I would definitely like to find that out. Like with the orthodontist, they had me jet my jaw or back or both. I don't fucking. I think they do both. Like take the picture front, take the picture with you putting your jaw back, and whichever one looks more like they can sell to the parents that they need to get that kid headgear and use even more insurance money, they do that. And so yeah, my parents they had a hard time, I think with money because no matter how hard they're working, how well they're doing monetarily, there was always more bills to be paid. There's always like, okay, well these kids are expensive. Well, these kids like it's not even the see that's the problem with walking. Okay, y'all have good days. I'm gonna go see if this stuff sounds.